Anime Lily fans, how you guys doing? We are back, and we are back with a SAO, Sword Art Online, Season 3, Episode 9, and Season 3 is called?
Nobleman's Responsibilities.
Yes, and that's what we're doing, guys. As always, as your main host, as always, Legend D Vash, and
Sam the Manga Man.
And guys, as always, from the beginning of the video, guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, like the video. If you haven't, comment down your thoughts. Tell us what you think about the video and the episode 9 of the Noble's Responsibilities. And subscribe. Press that red button. Smash it, as always, guys. And also, don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. Everything's the same. Anime Legend G on Twitter, IG, like page. Shout out to No Anime No Life. And we have a Discord server all popping up there on our left or on our right side, whichever side it is. Look at those things. So let's get it started. Sam, what did you think of SAO Season 3, Episode 9, Noble's Responsibility?
It was not a bad episode. It actually had good, action in the beginning. It had some good drama in the middle, and then has a good cliffhanger kind of opening or goal, or gives you a goal of what's going on in the end. What's Eugeo's end goal in the end of the episode, is from what we learned.
I totally agree. It felt like a little nice transition. It didn't feel like a flashback. It felt like a little nice back and forth transition of what they were talking about, and then it kind of relates to what the episode was going on with the story of what it was with the subplot. So it kind of felt nice transition that they were doing there in this episode. Like they had a little nice going back and forth.
Yeah, it was definitely good. We also get some more information too from because Kirito explains to Eugeo of how everybody gets their kind of abilities and powers, because everybody has their own ways of infusing their swords with the kind of like motto or like a goal that they make themselves stronger, such as the two people that's in the nobles, that's the like assholes in the group, Rios and Humbert. They get their powers infused by conceit, which is pride. And by looking down on everybody, they get kind of stronger in their own way by themselves, like that.
It makes sense, and that's the one thing as myself. If you guys don't know me, that's one thing I hate about not hate. My mom hates it when I use that word. Dislike about people that they use the pride against everything. That's something it sounds very ugly about it, because when you put pride against everything, people will look at you ugly, and that's what the girls and other people have look at them, and their design as characters are ugly as hell too. Like the way they look, like it's ugly. Like you can't really say nothing about that.
I mean, I think that's how they're supposed to look, make them ugly to be the bad guys in this story. And like, of course, noblemen that have so much pride are like the most typical villains and bad guys to use in any story, not just around online. And
for example, One Piece.
Yes.
One Piece.
All the time, almost any villains that's sounded like that too.
Literally, most nobles, except if you read the current manga arc that just happened, above every, there's one noble that's good. But that's because it got saved by somebody. So that's more going to the spoilers territory. But it's very similar when you said that everything has a reason to be involved about. So it's very interesting that how every story of a manga or something has the hierarchy bad. I wonder, is there some type of manga like that that's opposite, where the hierarchy is good but the poor is bad?
Well, there probably is, but I haven't found one. I might have found it, but I might have forgot. I don't know, not sure of the name, but I'll let you know when we find it too. But it kind of like throughout the episode too, we saw Humbert fighting Eugeo in that sword fight. We all knew Eugeo would want this fight.
Yeah, Fuego had that fight. He literally was about to do the last attack, but then his friend knew. It's a draw. I'm gonna call the match, because he didn't want his friend to lose, because he knew if his friend would have lost, he would have gone berserk. So that's why he gave the draw to him, to kind of not put him over the brink of going crazy, instead calming him down.
And seeing that conceit power that Humbert was supposed to use, it seemed more evil and dark because I guess
Yeah.
with the whole purple and darkness and going into the sword and stuff. But yet Eugeo is still able to like defend and take him down from that too. So
It's kind of like the light always wins, like like the saying of the yin and yang, yin
mhm.
always conquers and everything, or kind of.
or like in the right balance in that sort of way. But I know what you're talking about. And even Rios, the other nobleman himself, like, all right, next time you're gonna fight me, like, yep, bring him. You see Eugeo say, yo, bring him on.
No,
I'll
no.
take him
He
on.
said bring on right now.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay, well, go for it then. I'm
I
all
see.
for it.
I'm all for it too. Yo, it's like put up or shut up, man. I like that.
I
It's
like
just,
that.
but he only did that just to see how strong is the conceit power is, which makes
Yeah.
sense.
And I like Quavo. Honestly, I thought I wasn't gonna like him in the beginning of the series. I think he's gonna be like a little annoying kid, but
Mhm.
he's having good character growth. So I really like that about him. But I also want to hit the next topic that we have is a taboo index and the school regulations that is really hit you with a nail in this episode on your head,
Oh, definitely.
because I love this episode a lot because it gives you SAO. You know, SAO has never been the most loved type of series, not ever. But I like how in this episode they really hit you with some real world humane stuff about morality, and I like that very much because morality, not everybody has it, just like common
Of course.
sense.
Of course.
I like that very much about it because it shows that these people, these characters that are not real, don't have immorality, and Kirito is kind of teaching them how to use it. Because even though it's not on the rule book, as you would say, or the laws,
You're
you
right.
still have to follow your own type of justice, and that's why I like what that girl said.
Of course, I definitely agree with you because the taboo index and like the school regulations were actually supposed to be like law to protect people from harassment. And as long as they don't violate the taboo index, they're likely to do anything, which goes to say what the noblemen did was pretty much finding loopholes within those laws, index from those laws, and using it to their own advantage, which what we saw from this episode.
And we also found out there is different ranks and everything with all fourth rank, fifth rank, and right after your fourth rank or lower, you become a less more of a regular some type of civilian. So that kind of not sucked, but kind of made you feel like, damn, there's really, it feels like some type of world that really treats you like a different type of world, like it's like our own. Once you're rich, you can get away with anything.
Of course. Um, Another thing I want to pull out when Kirito is trying to advise Eugeo saying, yo, stay cool. Don't let him get to you because once it gets into your head, you're going to lose your cool and you're going to make mistakes and sort of stuff. It's kind of weird when they pronounce the stay cool in a way.
I really want to say something about that. What else is cool about that? You know, something is cool. The Anime Lily has a podcast. I just want a quick plug about that. What type of podcast do we have, and where could you find it, Sam?
We have is the Anime Lately podcast, guys. You can find it in Geeks and Gamers Network on Podbean and iTunes.
Awesome, and I highly suggest it, guys, because he's the main host. I really want to give that quick plug if you guys haven't heard it. If you guys want to listen to it once a week, podcast is 1 hour. Listen to it. It's always fun and now. But I really want to continue with what you were saying, Sam, is that it was really threw me off when Kirito gave a phrase from his world saying "stay cool." It's like it's kind of like my phrase of saying "stay frosty." So I
Yeah.
find that pretty cool, pun intended. That it was pretty hilarious of how he like you'll get the hang of it. It's weird, but you will get the hang of it. Don't worry about it. So that was pretty dope.
And like it's funny how we keep still seeing Kirito's habit of, even though he was supposed to rest on this day, he still ends up training in a way where he's like, oh, this is how you do this thing, this is how you strategize for this thing. When both Eugeo and Kirito were on a date with Tessa and Ronnie.
Honestly, I'll be curious because once I do something, if you can ask Sam or anybody, even though I'm supposed to rest, I will still find a way to do some YouTube work. I will still find to do some work for the job or something. I don't like resting because, like, what's me resting? Just doing nothing, and I find that boring. And I'm like Kirito, I can relate. Like, you don't want to rest, you want to continue doing some fun shit, sword fighting. Like, it's just what he loves doing. He doesn't want to rest. It's just annoying for him.
That's true. I get that. And another thing is that we pretty much already see that Eugeo keeps missing Alice, and I think eventually he's going to come to the point where she's the source of his own strength, of his own style, of his own model and goal to help infuse his sword for his weapon.
And speaking about Alice, do you think he's gonna marry the girl at the end, Reina, or what's her name correctly?
Tessa?
Tessa, thank you. Do you think
No.
he's gonna marry Tessa after if he wins the tournament and becomes a for him to marry her, or do you think he will just kind of leave her at the altar and not marry her?
I just think he just said that just so that she could feel better about herself, because she's just not too sure of herself of marrying a different guy that's going to be in her range partner. And the only way to avoid that for her is for Eugeo to win the Unification Tournament. And yeah, I mean, that's the main goal of both Kirito and Eugeo, is to pass the Unification Tournament and then try to become Integrity Knights and try to reach Alice.
I totally agree. It's because once they do that is when they could reach Alice, and I think it's possible. I think by episode 15 they would have met Alice. I'm assuming by episode 15 they would meet Alice. That's my assumption. That's my theory of when they will meet, and who knows how that will go. Because I'm curious to see how that all reveals. I guess is the word.
Mm-hmm. Definitely agree. And one last thing I want to pull out is how going back into the taboo index and the school regulation, how the nobles are doing loopholes and stupid bullshit to make harassing these female students in a way. Oh no, I'm just tired from training
And stripping her to her underwear
and just need her to massage me while I'm bathing. Like, yo, what? No. That
don't look good on you. But also I want to say that if that happens between the two, Kirito and him fighting at the tournament, who do you think will win?
Kirito.
Yeah, he has to win, because the only reason Kirito will let him win is because if whoever wins will go and meet Alice, and I think Kirito will give him that win because he wants him to go instead, because he knows that. But who knows? I'm curious about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any guess of when we'll meet Alice again? Do you think we'll be an episode later after 15 or earlier than 15? Because technically we're 5 episodes away from 15.
Probably would be around 15, because this Unification Tournament is just to give you an upgrade your rank into a higher ranking so that you get a step closer to reach Alice. And like, at least in this position, you can be second place and still probably earn a rank up.
All right, dope. Anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
What's your rating of this episode?
I'll give it 4 out of 5.
For me, I give it 5 out of 5 because honestly, I like this episode a lot for what I said in the middle of the review, is because of the morality. The morality really sucked me in about it, and I love about how an anime can really teach you something, or the kids, whoever watching this in Japan, about teaching you about morality and about pride and stuff like that. So to me, that's amazing. Hopefully somebody learn from this. If not, just put it in the trash like those SAO haters will find a way to hate this episode. Who the fuck knows? But if anything else that I say, guys, don't forget, if you'll support us and support what we do, guys, we also have a Patreon page of Geeks+Gamers as well. So we appreciate if you guys can do that. If anything, thank you very much. We appreciate you. And as always, guys, like we said in the beginning of the video, don't forget to like the video.
Comment. Let us know what your feedback.
Don't forget to press that red button as well. Press the subscribe button.
Press the bell notification so we have new videos coming out.
And as always, guys, hashtag SAO. Hashtag SAO Season 3 Alicization. If I said it right, who knows? Fuck it. And as well, hashtag Anime Geeks, guys. Sorry, guys, later. Have a good day.